Hello friends, it has been a while since I sewed something for myself, so I did kind of want to do a little trying to make a vintage sewing thing just for me, probably a dress. If you are new to this channel, hi, hello, how are you? I'm a hot mess and I don't do anything right. So this is going to be a bit of a sewing vlog, trying to get through this process, making it up as I go. Hopefully I can figure some things correctly out at the same time. Okay, so as we've established, I'm a hot mess and don't know what I'm doing, so a commercial pattern would be a good guide to help me try to have a base, a foundation layer to make this pattern off of. That seems like a good idea to you, right? Right. However, there is the issue when you come to commercial patterns or the fashion industry and you actually have a human body, then there comes the issue of sizing. Let's start with my waist measurement. So the waist measurement would put us at a size 10. My chest circumference loosely is 30.5 inches. Tight, it's a 30 inches. So that would put us over here. I have been told that it is easier to size down a pattern than to size it up, so hopefully that would work. This is all a global fashion and dye industry conspiracy theory. And I know that that can come across as absolutely freaking rich from training McGamby pants. I just wanted to emphasize that nothing about not fitting into commercial patterns is your fault at all. It is a global conspiracy from the fashion and dye industry. You are perfect. And I'm about to do something real dumb to try to get a workstation table in here. Do you think this will work? We did everything that was only minor adjustments, but the front bodice things are about to get interesting. The waist and the bust measurements are going to be approximately right here. I think my current strategy, I'm going to mark them both out and then pretend I know what I'm doing and use a ruler to try to guesstimate a lot of this, doing all of that in a way that doesn't mess with the sleeves up here. a couple of these pattern modifications that we need to do. Step one is to stay stitch the collar, and I'm adding a collar. I probably fudged this up real good. Well, I made the pattern to be all the way around, but I cut it so I would have a little bit of, so I would have a seam in the back. So I'm probably going to do the shoulders and the back part of the collar together, then sew the collar on. So I am adding like 2 or 3 more steps. I did make it a little bit harder, but hopefully we do not flounder. Hello friends. I'm sure that this would be a one-day make if somebody knew what they were actually doing. However, it has been a few days because I do not. Long story short, when I was cutting out the collar, I didn't have any markings for grain alignment on it, and I cut them out on different grains. And so when I sewed them together onto the blouse, they just don't match up. And I pinned them together the best that I could, but one of the sides was a little bit bunchy. I didn't hit any pins, but I think the sheer amount of bunchiness threw off the machine in some sort of way that I like knocked the bobbin home loose or something like that. Where are you? And I'm so sorry. Cannot sleep, I cannot dream tonight. The next line that I sewed after the collar was this pretty simple straight line sewing the side pieces of the bodice together. What the hell just happened to my lighting? It looks like it needed a completely different thread tension because it looks like the top is way too loose. It's just what is going on here. Once again, mock-up, not that serious. I'll just change the thread tension and go on with my life. This was a 5. I went all the way up to a 9 and it doesn't look any different. And 9 is the highest thread tension my machine will go. So I enlisted the help of a bunch of absolutely fabulous people from the History Abounding Discord group, and they told me to do everything from rethread the bobbin to rethread the entire machine, to make sure that the little home for the bobbin hasn't wobbled or anything, and just completely dust out the machine. I did not test these things individually, I just did everything. I took every piece of advice they threw at me. It seems to work because now we have a perfect little stitch at the normal thread setting of 5. So thank you, you lovely people, and we can hopefully get on to making something potentially wearable. Mock-ups are important. So far the only thing on here that I've really altered is the collar, and yes, that was a horrible massive failure, but this was the size that it gave me, and this is the size that we did, and it's not working. Everything needs to come in. All of the side seams, all of the darts, it gotta go. Okay, so from the back, this is entirely wearable. Like, this actually looks pretty good. I can like move my shoulders around without my traps making me hulk out. But herein lies the problem. What is that? Why? Boy, I should have done 2 backs and said one of them was the front. So I mapped out with pins on my me. This is approximately how much I needed to take out of this section. I think that I'm going to try to math out on all 4 sections, but I think I'm gonna try to take this off. I am a human pincushion right now, and math everything out. Raise your hand if you too have personally been victimized by commercial patterns. This is just not working. This is just not working. Sorry, I'm just a little bit flustered because right now I don't know how we got into this situation, and I don't know how I'm going to fix it. Let's try this again, and I'm not gonna get irrationally stressed out about it. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, this is a little bit weird. Wearable, doable, back still looks good. I sewed up to here and I didn't tack it down like a pleat. It kind of has this weird fold in which like it could let my boobs out if it wanted to. I want to say at this point it's usable slash doable, but I don't think that I'm going to be able to use the front of this bodice pattern again, at least not without severe alteration. I made the sleeve hole smaller when I took the sides in. Because I'm the idiot who sews on the floor, I'm also the chaotic idiot who puts the pins in my shoe, which I know I shouldn't be wearing shoes in the house, but this might be the most chaotic thing that I've done today, but it is in no way the most chaotic thing that I've done all week. Hello, welcome to It's Late and Now I Have Terrible Lighting. Since our mock-up fabric is a twin bed sheet, I went ahead and took the rest of the fabric that wasn't used for the blousey bodicey part, essentially cut it straight down the middle, and now I have two parts for a skirt. Decided I didn't want any pockets, I wanted external pockets, so went ahead and pinned those in place to attach those, and the toppy part is going to go in the waistband. Made some little belt loops so I can have a belt through some belt loops. What else was I going to do? This is what I was going to do. I was going to put the interfacing, iron it into the skirt. That's what my brain is still on Lord of the Flies homework. I went to get my thimble and look what I came back to. There. Is this dress for you? Honestly, I'm not mad. Like, we had some ups, we had some downs, we had a lot of trial and error and mistakes. There was some chaos at midnight that was just incoherent, where I sewed the pockets on after gathering it, so it was just all kind of kerfluffled, but I don't think that you can really see that on the finished product. At least there is still some weird titular action, and I have not washed off the washable marker yet. Am I about to take the dogs on a walk around the neighborhood in this? Absolutely. If you like this video and feel like you might want a little bit more, please notate that down below along with any questions, comments, or concerns. New videos are supposed to come out on Mondays, sometimes Thursdays. Haven't really been sticking to that. So feel free to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so that you know when I actually do post. So, as always, stay happy, stay healthy, and we'll see you next time. Bye!